So you gave me a little cliffhanger, and then you called yourself put me in a chokehold until the end of the episode to get back to the cliffhanger. That's not good production. That is not good production. That's actually risky. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Listen, this is my review for W.A.G.s season 1 episode 2 on Netflix. And me personally, doing this the length of time I've been doing this, I think it's very risky business to give me a cliffhanger and then don't start back up in the place where you left me, because you left me at MJ being arrested and all of this, and then when I come back in, you want to give me Chad, Ocho Cinco, and Charelle talking about some storybook forest wedding that I don't even know what I was supposed to get from that, but we'll talk about it. But where you left off was with MJ going to jail. We went through everything. We went through a whole event where MJ was, and then literally the last 7 minutes or so of the program, we get a conversation with MJ and her mother about the situation. So I ain't ready to do that to my people. We're gonna start, because this my shit. So we're gonna start where we left off, where I was excited last time you seen me talking about W.A.G.s. I was excited about what was going on with MJ. So let's jump right in. Right there with MJ and her mom. Now we meeting MJ's mom. We found out right away. She said her dad used to rob people and her mama was a pimp, basically. And she was raised by her grandma. Now we got a little bit of that she was raised by the grandmother last time. It was like, okay, cool. But now she put mama in front of us and told us that mama had the girls out there working the beat. So mama was a pimp, daddy was a robber. I said, okay, now we talking. What was all the other shit that I just watched? Let's talk about this. So the funny part is, with all that being said, mama's kind of pulled up. You know, she groovy. She got a young spirit. She run around doing her, basically, is what I gathered from her. But she actually, there's a little ghetto about her, because she said, you know, this was the situation. MJ says, yeah, you know, the whole situation was, it was one of Kodak Black's baby's mamas, and it was it's really stupid. It was one of them situations of it's on site type of situation. Ghetto. Girl, you're a bit too high profile to be doing on site, you know, but that was what it was about. On site, girl, I'm gonna get you, basically. Okay, cool. So that's basically what it was. She seen the girl, jumps on the girl, but from what she's saying actually happened, basically the girl was trying to get away. She's trying to leave, and you didn't grab the car door. So now they got you for burglary, assault, and battery. And she's like, I didn't steal nothing from you. So they said because of the fact of her grabbing the car door handle and stuff, that it's like burglary. I'm like, wow, they really were stretching it. And she like, I ain't worried about that because I got me a good lawyer. But from what it sounded like, basically the girl was trying to get away from you. And you just was like, no, I'm beating your ass because I told you I was going to whoop your ass. So again, ghetto and too hot-headed. You'll get yourself in a whole bunch of trouble with that type of situation. But do you, that, again, it's going to take some time, and we see that with you. But her mother basically gave her some really good advice, and I was shocked because I was thinking, I was waiting on the mother to be real ghetto, and especially after she said she was a pimptress, and she said it's just a good thing that our family wasn't there. I said, oh, y'all one of them, y'all go for bad, huh? See, I ain't never been impressed with that. I'm glad our family wasn't there, because you know somebody will just pick your family off. So that's never a good idea. Like I've never been impressed with that type of behavior. You know, the badass family. The badass family has the most dead members. I never was attracted to that kind of thing. It just, you know, it was a good thing our family wasn't there. What? So a bunch of y'all could have went to jail, or a bunch of y'all could have got popped. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. But anyway, so I was right away thinking Mama gonna be real ghetto, but then Mama started talking sense. She basically sat right there and told her that they aren't, her and Kodak Black ain't ready to be married. She told her, I could see y'all somewhere down the line. Did y'all hear that? Somewhere down the line, being married and being happy and this, that, and the other. But she told her flat out, what you need to do is really figure out what you're doing, because ultimately you will choose what you can deal with and what you can't deal with. And she went and told her about men in general, that they cheat, especially high profile men, rappers, ball players, things of that nature, celebrity. They cheat. They cheat. They do whatever it is they do. And then, you know, whenever they choose what they choose, you just got to deal with your stuff. You got to decide what you can handle and what you can't handle. That was some of the best advice. That was some of the best advice. All this running around fighting people, girl, it is what it is. This is what the lifestyle brings along with it. Right, wrong, or indifferent. We've seen it. You've been watching social media since you was a little girl, because she young. So you grew up with social media. This is what happened. This is what it looked like. This is what the life of a rapper's girl looks like. The ball player's girl, that's what it looked like. They cheat, there's groupies, and you just got to decide, are you the person that can actually handle that kind of thing? So I thought what her mother had to say was really some of the best advice. And I was like, okay, I was here for Mama. And it made sense. And then when I thought she's a pimptress, you know, she was talking straight up street sense to her, and I was here for it. So I really enjoyed that. But I just thought it should have been at the front of the show, not wait to watch the show, because you run the risk of making me mad, making me get bored, and making me dip off. Because quite honestly, where they left off, that's what made me interested to say, yes, I'm going to hang out with them. Because you know, I've seen this all before. And I already told you, I think this is a watered down version of Basketball Wives. So I'm like, yeah. But then you made me wait through the whole thing. So let's go back to the beginning now. I don't care nothing about Chad and Charelle and what they got going on. Sorry, I just don't. The whole basis here, Charelle is a mean ass girl. She dating Chad. Chad basically kind of got her in a chokehold, but I don't know whether she knows that he got her in a chokehold. I don't know. Their relationship don't blow my hair back. It just kind of is what it is. But when they were talking about the wedding and what she wanted for the wedding, he gave her the budget, but then told her exactly what was going to happen in the budget. You know, that it's going to be this, it's going to be that, the color scheme is this, it's going to be at the Bahamas. I said, well, so you just showing up. You just showing up. And then I wanted to know, Chad, what's your dress going to look like? Because you planning everything. So, Chad, what is your dress going to look like at the wedding? I said it. I said it. Moving right the hell on along. Now, here's the other thing. Now, this was funny. Now, Charelle, you did make me laugh in the beginning, because as smart as you are or claim to be, as much of a boss as you are or claim to be, and you got these girls all working underneath you, and you are actually mentoring all these girls, you telling me you can't count, Charelle? Are you telling me, sis, that you can't count? You said, I have 4 kids, Chad has 8 kids, and then together we have Serenity. And then you said, all together, that's a total of 11. When? What day is that a total of 11, Miss Charelle? If you got 8 kids, see, I feel like I'm in elementary school math. If you have 4 children and Chad has 8 children, and then together you all have Serenity, 4 plus 8 equals 12, and then one more, which would be Serenity, is 13. Where'd you get 11? Where'd you get 11? Even if you counted I got 4 children. Chad has 8 children. And Serenity was the one that you all shared. That's still, where would that put us? That would be 11. Or did you count? Girl, you confusing me. Did you count Serenity once or twice? Because if you got 4 counting Serenity, that would put you down to 3 others. If Chad has 8 total counting Serenity, that will put him down to 7. So that would be 11. Maybe that's what you meant. Maybe that's what you meant. Maybe that's how you meant. Because I can't imagine you doing real estate you can't count. So if you count it out like that, and y'all basically just spoke of Serenity by herself and added it in on, that would make 11. That's like double talking. God damn. Yeah, that would be like double talk. You know what? Come to think of it, that would actually make sense in your line of business because real estate agents do double talk. Okay, I take it back. You can count, but you old double talking bitch. That's what that is. That's what that is. You tried to sweeten the pot. He got 4, I got 8, and we got Serenity together. So yeah, you subtract Serenity for both of those, and then put it together, and then put Serenity. That would make 11. That's some double talking ass bullshit, and that sound like real estate. That works. I ain't taking it completely back. Yes, you can. I'll take that you can't count back. I'll take that you can't count back, but I ain't gonna take that you a double talking mean ass girl. That's it. Okay, cool. But I sure got to laughing. I was like, that math ain't mathing. Okay, so the math is mathing, but you double talking. I got you. I got you. Now see how y'all just sat through that? Now that was entertaining. Baby, now that was entertaining. Anyway, that was more entertaining to me just then. That little time I just spent with y'all just then, that was more entertaining than the whole scene between her and Chad. Truth be told. Moving right the hell along. Boy, that was a mess. Moving on. Y'all look, trust my process. You know, I be all over the place. But that was all right. So I take it back, Miss Charelle. You can count, but you a double talking bitch. Okay, let's go. All right, so Jules got together with Sade. Jules, you're ghetto. You are straight up ghetto. This whole thing with you, now I done seen 2 episodes of you. I can't take you seriously. You're ghetto as hell. You literally sat here on screen and you thought that it was okay. With all that little mess that you had going on, which you done lost the job with Kanye and all that, whatever that was you had going on, and then you explained how you gave up your relationship with your baby's dad all for the Kanye job. Now that I kind of understand, because what you were saying, the things you were saying about how he didn't respect what it was you did for work, he I don't think he was the right person for you, by all means. But what turned me off, what you said, when you sat up there in the very beginning of the scene and you felt the need, not even just the need, you felt comfortable to tell us you're going to take you a plan B because you've been screwing around with somebody that lives 6 minutes away from you. They ain't never met your children, this, that, thing, and the other, but you screwing so hot and heavy that you feel as though you need to take a plan B. And since when did it become cute to be taking a plan B? When did it become cute to take plan B? That ain't cute. That ain't good for your body. That ain't cute. I that ain't no boss move. That's a slut move. I couldn't get with it. I was like, that didn't sit well with me. But again, I can't take it seriously. I'm sorry. Some of what you be talking about, can't take it seriously. But I definitely I understand the whole situation about you leaving the baby's dad with that career thing, and that's a respect and integrity issue when it comes to him. He ain't respect you. The things that you were saying about how he talked about your career and how he spoke to you, yeah, you didn't need to be with him. So that was a good move. You know, that was a good move. Let him pay the little child support or whatever and go on about your business, because he was going to hold you back. So I'll give you that. Now, Charelle and Keita. Okay, so Tyreek has 9 children, and then Keita is pregnant. I'm like, these girls. I'm like, y'all, I don't know if I could do a man that got 9 other children with multiple women. That's rough. That's a special type of woman that can handle that. That's a lot. That's a lot. But again, if you know it going in, ain't nothing to complain about. You know going in, you made a conscious decision. My hat's off to somebody that could really sit through that like that. That's a lot. That's a lot. Taking on all those children. You talk about blended family. God dang. So that was that. Now, there was that whole conversation that came up about Sade. So I said, what we doing here with Sade? Whole thing about Sade not agreeing. The girls got together and did a suite. And then they had Sade. Sade decided that she wasn't going to let filming go on for a reality show or with Porsha. I'm like, what is this? Why is this coming up? Why is this coming up? So then I clicked real quick. I said, oh, okay, I got it. Because remember, this is Charelle's show, Charelle's group of friends. So where does Charelle fit into this thing with Sade? Because it's really about Sade and Porsha. Porsha felt some type of way. So I said, all right, it all made sense when we get to Porsha's house. Porsha had a Mother's Day brunch, and she had everybody come over. Right away, she is letting everybody know that Sade is not invited, but she's coming. Okay? She's letting everybody know Sade is not invited, but she is invited herself, and she's coming. She doesn't have any children. Okay? But all the rest of the ladies are mommies, and they're all coming, but she is invited herself. But then you actually told us in the confessional that you have been friends with Sade for 2 years, that she is your turn-up girl. So y'all have spent some time together, that you basically really do like her and everything like that. But how much do you really like her, Porsha? Because you're basically talking about her to all these ladies. And if there was an issue and y'all been hanging out for 2 years and she's your turn-up buddy, you could have talked to her about it. But you've been harboring these feelings for however long that this has been. I said, this is interesting. So, and I was wondering, I'm like, why? Charelle was the first one there. And she said, you know, Porsha's her bestie. But I just didn't understand where Charelle fit into this. I said, okay. So Charelle started with the, you know, she throws a couple daggers at Stoney, because that's the ongoing thing. That's going to be her thing, her and Stoney. She don't like no Stoney. She don't want nothing to do with no Stoney. Stoney ain't invited. So we wanted to make sure everybody knew Stoney wasn't invited, but we made certain that everybody knew that Sade wasn't invited. Sade ends up showing up. She looked cute too. She showed up, and everything's cool. And then the next thing you know, they open up the conversation about what happened at the suite, however long ago that was. And I'm noticing it. I said, this is why it made sense, because this is Charelle's moment for the show. Today. This is corny to me. This was corny to me. This was a moment for Charelle. And it got shit to do with Charelle. This literally had to do with the way Porsha felt some type of way. But Charelle took on the argument and literally is screaming and yelling at Sade. And they got a whole thing going back and forth about why Sade did this to Porsha and how unfair that is, and this, that thing, and the other, and on and on and on and on and on. And Sade's whole point was, hey, we all pitched in on the room. We had group texts and all of that. In the text, Porsha wasn't even in the text. Porsha had somebody speaking for her in the text. And she said the way that they actually approached it, they basically didn't ask. They told them oh, we're going to be filming this, that, thing, and the other. And she was like, well, no, because if they're actually doing it, we shouldn't be paying for the suite. They should be paying for the suite. So Sade was basically talking business. This is my vacation. They coming in on my dime, getting footage. They saving money. She felt like it was an intrusion. Basically, it was an intrusion. They put it like, oh no, she's jealous. Oh no, she's jealous. That was Charelle's whole thing. And also, that was what Porsha was giving, because Porsha ain't saying nothing. This is all before she got there. Porsha's like, yeah, because she'd been acting a little different and this, that, thing, and the other. It all led up like she was jealous. When she started telling her side of the story, I said, oh, she was talking business. I don't know if she's jealous or anything. She may be, I don't know. But she was talking business for the most part. And I don't know what that narrative, I think it just was a way for Charelle to get a little spotlight. Because Charelle took it up, and like I said, Porsha never did get into it. Porsha was over there quiet as a church mouse with that goddamn alligator in that pond over there by her house. Ain't no way I'd been sitting out there with that heifer with that goddamn alligator running around over there. And they know how to climb gates and whatever. I'm not playing with you with no alligator in your yard. I don't do gators, honey. I ain't got time for it. Anyway, but listen, here was the best part. Sade and Charelle got all into it. Maybe in that damn Sade told Charelle, let me tell you something. I ain't stony and you not going to stony me, okay? So all that hollering and screaming you doing, I said, okay. So far as I'm concerned, I said, Miss Sade got something for you, Charelle. She got something for you. She did not back down to Charelle. Then she said, now this was stupid to me. She said, they interrupted them and said, let's get something to eat or whatever. She said, I'm going out here. I'm going to get a plate. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to be quiet. And I ain't going to say nothing. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to give you a little bit right here, Sade, because while y'all was arguing, Charelle told you in front of everybody, you wasn't even invited. Why is you even here? You ain't got no kids. You ain't no mommy. Why you even here? Anybody have to tell you where that came from? The person that did invites was the heifer that gave the party. So when you got that information, when the argument broke out, they broke the argument out, you should have left in. You should have completely given your friend Porsha your whole entire ass to kiss and left her party and told her have a good one. And then you can speak to her again if you want, not if you don't. Old nasty Capricorn right here wouldn't even be speaking to Porsha, okay? I would have gave Porsha my whole ass to kiss. French kiss, okay? I sure would have. You go over there and let Charelle be your turn up girl, because we ain't turning up because you've been talking about me, heifer. And yes, she was. She's talking about you. We all seen it. But anyway, they come back. She's sitting there angry and being quiet. That wasn't effective. That wasn't effective because you felt unwanted, because in true actuality, you were. You should have gave yourself the win and laugh. You should have gave yourself the win and laugh. You was showing up for your friend. And meanwhile, you was set up. It felt very much like a setup to me. I said, psh. And then Porsha did a toast and basically, tells everybody that she's pregnant again. Yeah, rah, sis Kumbal, good for you, honey. But no, Sade, that was a setup. That was a setup. It was a setup for Charelle to have some airtime. And she just threw your little friendship to the side, girl. You got set up. Anyway, all right. So that's where we ended out on episode 2. We good. We still good. I just still think the way I reviewed it, I think that's the order it should have came in. Because if this part hadn't been a little interesting, if there hadn't been that little fight with them, it would have been like, I don't know about this. So I don't know. Production, that was a miss for me on that one. But anyway, we good. I'll catch y'all on the next episode later.